Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Corner YouTube channel for the Bundesliga live watch-along between Wolfsburg and Bayern Munich. And I'm just going to put this out here. I am watching the end of Newcastle West Ham because there's 8 minutes of added time. There's 2 minutes of that 8 left. But yeah, we are here for the Bundesliga, and I hope everybody is doing well today. I hope everybody is fantastic. The sun is shining outside, and we're set for an absolutely barnstorming clash at the top of the Bundesliga table. Wolfsburg in third against Bayern Munich in first, of course, and Leipzig dropping points last night. It's a real chance for Bayern Munich to start building that lead that they forfeited last week again. But there's time for Wolfsburg to bridge the gap to them and Leipzig, and it's very much in their favour at the moment because Wolfsburg are playing some absolutely brilliant football because they've got the best right winger / right back / centre mid in the world, being Ridley Baku. But yeah, guys, welcome to the watch along. We'll run through the sides for you. So for Wolfsburg, they've got Casteels in goal, a back four of Otavio, Lecrout, Brooks, and Barbu and Schlager. Gerhardt, and that's not a back four, it's a back three. A back four of Otavio, Lecrout, Brooks, and Barbu. Schlager and Gerhardt as a midfield two. Victor and Baku flanking Philip, who is just behind Wout Weghorst. And for Bayern Munich, a little bit of changes. I think actually there's one change from the side that started against PSG in the week, and that one change is Jamal Musiala coming into the starting 11. So they've got Neuer in net, Davies, Hernandez, Boateng, and Pavard as that back four. Kimmich and Alaba as that midfield two. Musiala on the left, Muller in the middle, Sané on the right behind Choupo-Moting. Now there's 30 seconds left in this West Ham game. We are a minute away from kickoff, so I will have 30 seconds to switch over to BT, and then we can get going with the game. But yeah, guys, if there is anybody in here, Tubbs did say Bayern back to being underdogs. Whack your predictions in the chat. I'm going to go for, I think there's going to be goals. I'm going to go for 3-2 to Bayern Munich. However, Baku's going to get a double because he's just brilliant. So, he's left the ball behind. Callum Wilson had a chance to finish the game off for Newcastle. Then Gavin Jar SG5 says, hi. Hello, mate. How are you doing today? Welcome to the channel. Please do drop a like and a subscription if you are new. It's very much appreciated. Anybody can find something they like on this channel. We do a lot of stuff. Wolfsburg 1-0 is his prediction, which is a fair prediction, to be fair, because Wolfsburg at the moment, they absolutely love a clean sheet. I am literally about to put the game on now, so I am putting the game on as we speak. It should be quite a decent game today. Of course, Arnold is suspended, so João Victor is the man that will be replacing him in that midfield. The bench includes Pervan, Bruma, Brekalo, Mehmedi, Roussillon, Bielek, Ginczek as well. And then for Bayern Munich, they've got a lot of players on the bench that are not recognisable. Their bench is Nubel, Martinez, Sarr, Nianzou, Dantas, Koeman, Scott, Stanisic, and Zeiser. Now, this should be a really good game, to be fair, because it's two teams. Bayern Munich not on the best of form, of course. They're missing their main man. But Wolfsburg they're absolutely flying at the moment. And they really could put a marker down for them. I'm just going to get the Bundesliga table up as we speak so I can have a look at the state of affairs this game has. But we are underway. Literally just got underway. Long ball forward to Weghorst is miscontrolled and then flicked over the head of Mbabu by Davies. But two managers who are on fantastic form in the Bundesliga this season. Hansi Flick hasn't lost in God knows how long. And Wolfsburg are really defying expectations for this season. Yeah, if we just look at the table, of course, we have a whole host of other games going on tonight as well. But Schlager has an early attempt that just goes wide by a couple of inches. But we have a whole host of different games going on in the Bundesliga. Right? Well, today, as we speak, we've got Gladbach taking on Frankfurt, which is a fantastic tie. Freiburg, Schalke. Schalke needs to pick up points. I mean, it looks like they're down, but unfortunately, they've still got to play games. Union Berlin play Stuttgart and Augsburg play Arminia Bielefeld. So I will be keeping you up to date with those scores. I'll even make a ticker for it at the bottom. You know what? Why the bloody hell not? So, yeah, this should be quite a decent game. But if I look at the standings, if Wolfsburg were to win this game, they would go 3 points behind Leipzig and 8 points behind Bayern Munich with, I think, 3 games left off. No, sorry, 5 games left, yeah. There'd be 5 games left for Wolfsburg to try and bridge the gap to either Leipzig or Bayern Munich, which I think is going to be massive because they're probably definitely going to get they're probably definitely going to get Champions League football. So, fair play Wolfsburg. They're getting back to their best. And they've got Weghorst to thank for that because he's been phenomenal this year. Carl's in the building though. He says, "Hey Kieren, how are you? Going for a Bayern 4-2 win." Yeah, I'm good. Got a little bit of a sniffle, but I'm good. 4-2 Bayern. And now if I saw 6 goals today, Kyle, I'd be really happy because then I'd be giving it the limbs. But I did say, what did I say? I said 3-2 to Bayern. So I'm hoping for goals as well. But without Choupo-Moting, they have struggled for a goal for it. But they are coming forward now with Muller. Does well to get past Victor, but it's a ball forward that's cut out by Lacroix and then cleared away. But it's only come back to Muller, and there's Sané. Tries the ball through to Choupo-Moting, it's cleared away. Then Pavard's header into the middle. It's cleared away as well. And then it's a dangerous one for Lucas Hernandez. I'm going to get him mixed up again with for Lucas Hernandez there at the back for Bayern Munich because he tried to get it back to Neuer under a little bit of pressure from Weghorst. And Bayern Munich win a throw-in on the left-hand side of the pitch through Alphonso Davies. But yeah, get your predictions in the chat, guys. Tubbs was in here early. I'm not sure if he's still in here now, but he's probably hoping for the win for Bayern Munich. I'm just checking the other scores of the games from today. So yeah, we will keep you up to date. Actually, as we speak, I'm going to make the ticker. I'm going to make the ticker for the bottom of the screen with the scores on, so we can keep up to date. We'll have a bit of fun with it. But Hernandez does well there to stop Mbabu from advancing. The pass forward though was a little bit soft for Musial to try and run onto, and he actually ended up fouling Gerhardt in the middle. It's going to be a free kick for Wolfsburg just after the halfway line for Lacroix to take. Jamal Musial starting again today, of course. Came on against PSG in the week. Didn't really do much. Bayern Munich crashed out of the Champions League rather embarrassingly. Getting beat 3-2 at home and then winning 1-0 away from home. But all in all, wasn't enough to get them back to where they want to be. But that's a good pass forward. And Choupo-Moting is in the box and he shoots. It's a good save by Castells. It's straight at him, parries it down and catches the ball. But the first real glance of Choupo-Moting there, he gets his first chance on goal. He does well to get it out of his feet onto the left-hand side. Just enters the penalty area. He takes a snapshot. Decent save by Castells. It's straight at him. No real direction on the shot. But, your keeper's always got to be making those simple saves and giving that defence confidence. And fair play to him because it's a decent opportunity and the first real opportunity of the game. But that's not a good touch for... And Baku's in! Oh! And Baku, what a save by Neuer! Oh, Ridley Baku almost made it 1-0 Wolfsburg. He just didn't get the connection on the ball that he wanted to. It's a good pass from Philip in behind, and he just didn't connect with the ball enough to put it into the corner. He gets a little flick on it, and Manuel Neuer makes a really good save early on. But from one end to the other, this game has started off quite fast already. Choupo-Moting's chance at one end to Baku's chance at the other. It's going to be a corner to Wolfsburg. We are just about to get into the 5th minute of the game. And I think it's going to be Gerhardt who takes this corner. It is. They've got Brooks in there. They've got Weghorst in there. They've got Lacroix in there. And here comes Gerhardt's corner. It's whipped in. Headed on by Mbabu and over the top of the crossbar. Well, we have a little breaking play. I'm now going to try and make that ticker. So, bear with me 2 seconds, lads. Bear with me 1 second, lads. No goals in the Bundesliga as of yet as well. What other games are there? Union Berlin. Stuttgart. And then Freiburg. Yeah, but a fast start to this game already, lads. We had some decent opportunities there in the first. That's not a ticker. 1 second. There we go. The live scores are on the bottom of the screen. 0 goals so far in the Bundesliga in the opening 6.5 minutes of play. This is the only game live on TV, of course. Unfortunately for the British supporters of these German teams, they normally only ever have Bayern Munich on at 2:30 in England. Here it is back with Manuel Neuer, takes a long touch and hits it forward, headed away by Maxence Lacroix, won back by João Victor, out to Mbabu. Just got to slow the pace down a little bit. Goes back to Gelhardt. Good pass forward. That's João Victor. The flag did stay down, but he was offside, João Victor. But we have had our first goal of the day. It is Freiburg who have taken the lead against Schalke, and I mean, it's not really that big of a shock, to be fair, because I mean they're pretty trash, Schalke, at the moment. So, but Freiburg do have the first goal of the day. I'm just going to try and find a way. It's Lucas Holler who has scored that goal for Freiburg, and massive goal for them. Chris has said, "Hi mate, hope you're well." I am all right, mate. I've just got a bit of a sniffle. I hope you're all right as well. Some decent footy on today, of course. This game, and then there's, I would say, a decent game. Wolves Sheffield United. It's not really a decent game, is it? But a long ball downfield by Wolfsburg is going to be easily latched onto by Boateng. And 8 minutes in, it's not been a bad start for either side. Of course, Wolfsburg probably the better, even though they've had less of the ball. The opportunities that they're having are, when they come forward, look dangerous. They look sharp. That chance early on for Baku was a massive chance. If he'd have connected with it properly, I think he probably would have scored. And of course, headed away, and here's Weghorst. Oh, and exclaim, if Baku scores, there will be severe limbs, because Ridley Baku is the best. But here come Bayern Munich. It's Musiala. Ball through to Choupo-Moting. Good cut out by Mbabu. And then the combination of Mbabu and Gerhardt get it cleared out of play for a throw into Wolfsburg. But yeah, it's been the two fairly evenly matched sides, to be fair, in terms of form and in terms of personnel out there. Bayern Munich probably got the quality, but Wolfsburg this season seem to have some sort of difference from where they were last year, because Wout Weghorst going from scoring 10 to scoring 25 or however many he's got this year is phenomenal. But here come Bayern Munich. Good foot in there by Gerhardt though. Then Philip tackles it against the legs of Davis, but is adjudged to have fouled him. Studs are up there, and the referee just having a little word with Max Philip, on loan from Borussia Dortmund, of course. And Alphonso Davis and Alaba will take his free kick. Chris has said, "I'm frustrated Carlisle drew 0-0 with Port Vale. Puts us 2 points behind playoff places. Yes, we gained a point on Newport, but we need to be winning, not confident away at Bolton. Tuesday, hard game." And we have had another goal, because I've just heard him react. Borussia Mönchengladbach have taken the lead against Frankfurt, and it is Matthias Ginter who has got that goal. So another massive goal in the Bundesliga for the state of affairs at the Europa League spot, the Europa Conference spot. Gladbach look to be taking advantage of that fine form that they have found in the last couple of games, back under Marco Rose, who's going to Dortmund in the summer. A great goal for them, and Borussia Mönchengladbach do have the lead in that tie. It's 1-0 against Frankfurt as well, of course. And Wolfsburg will be probably happy that Frankfurt are losing, because they're right hot on their tails. Frankfurt, another team having a fantastic recovery season this season after quite a poor end to last season's affairs. But yeah, Matthias Ginter getting that goal as well. A big game player for Gladbach. Chris is saying that Bolton lost 2-0 away to the bottom of the table, Grimsby, so they can be beaten. I think there's enough time to get yourself in the playoffs, of course. There's enough time still in there. If you're there towards the last day of the season, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But we have hit the 10-minute mark in this game, and it is with Pavard on the right-hand side to Leroy Sané. Tried to skip past Otavio, but Otavio defended it well. And it goes out of play for a throw-in to Bayern Munich. But yeah, like I said, guys, this game's been a pretty decent start, to be fair. I know it's 0-0. There's not been 2 opportunities, but evenly poised, and 2 teams that are well on form in terms of the Bundesliga anyway. Here is Alaba trying a long ball forward to, I think it was Kimmich making that run, and Brooks is going to head that back to Casteels in net. Chris also said West Ham lost, which is good. Liverpool only good if we beat Leeds. Yeah, big game Monday night. Should be quite an enjoyable one for the neutral there. For another throw into Bayern Munich though, it's Benjamin Pavard who will take this one back to Boateng. Takes a touch on the ball. and then finds his defensive partner, Lucas Hernandez. Got it right that time, boys. Tries the ball in field. It's a poor pass, and Gerhardt cuts it out. Weghorst lets it run. There's Victor to Schlager. Here's Mbabu again. Here's Baku. Tries the ball forward to Weghorst. It's not a good pass. It's cleared away. Should be goal fest, so going to end 0-0. I mean, maybe. But Alba's forfeited the ball to Xaver Schlager there. Instead of going forward, he goes back to Brooks, and here now Mbabu on the right-hand side. Ball down the line looking for, I think it was Philip who had made the run to the right wing. It was. It's not a good pass, though. It's going to be cleared away easily by Manuel Neuer, out-rushing from his goal. Then Musiala can pick it up in the middle. And here's Kimmich now for Bayern Munich, turning defence into attack quite quickly. Kimmich now out to Benjamin Pavard. Muller goes out onto the right wing, and here is Pavard again. Goes backwards to Jerome Boateng. Back across to his defensive partner, Lucas Hernandez. Here's Davis on the left wing now, up against Baku and Mbabu. Tries the ball inside and loses out to, I think it was Gerhardt. And his ball forward made Weghorst go on the slide, and he couldn't control the ball. It's cleared away by Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich got it in Wolfsburg's final third. Now, like I said, it's been quite a decent start to this game. Kimmich on the ball. Deflected over to Hernandez. Here's Davis now. Davis to Musiala. Nice little build-up from Bayern Munich. Musiala to Choupo-Moting. Back to Musiala. Lovely football. Lovely feet by Musiala. The tackle spins out to Alaba, who gets his touch in. Choupo-Moting chests it down. Back to looking for Sané. It's cleared away by, I think, Baku in there. Then a long ball downfield. Boateng heads it out wide to Pavard. And like I said, guys, it's been a very, very good start to this game. It looks like these two sides obviously want to win the game, which is absolutely brilliant. We don't want anybody sitting back for 90 minutes like Tottenham do. Here's Sané, though, again in Wolfsburg's half. Bayern Munich starting to build a little bit of momentum and rhythm in the passing. And here is Leroy Sané again. Out wide to Lucas Hernandez, who's come inside into midfield. And he finds Alphonso Davies. Cuts inside Ridley Baku, leaves him in the dust. Still Davies going. Falls to Musiala. Gets past one. Musiala! Oh, it's in! That is an absolutely wonderful goal from Bayern Munich. It is Jamal Musiala. And you can just tell how good he is. He oozes class, because that is an absolutely fantastic start for Bayern Munich. And Jamal Musiala makes it 1-0 inside the first 15 minutes. It's a fortunate finish. Casteels probably should save it, but the build-up's brilliant. Alphonso Davies cuts inside, past Baku, and Babu gets a foot in. But Musiala, one touch past one touch past another, goes to the near post, and Casteels probably should have done better. It takes a little bit of a deflection, and Casteels is beaten at his near post. He probably should do a lot better with that, Colin Casteels. But nevertheless, Jamal Musiala, brought into the side for Kingsley Coman tonight, has delivered for Bayern Munich, and they do find themselves 1-0 ahead against Wolfsburg in third place. Bayern Munich on their way to another Bundesliga title. It's only inevitable if they do manage to win this game, and they have won it back again. But Choupo-Moting is offside. Like I said, guys, the goal was coming 15 minutes in. It was going so well in terms of the rhythm of the game. It was quite back and forth, of course. But Bayern Munich take advantage of the pressure that they were mounting on Wolfsburg, and the rhythm of their passes was fantastic there. It's a really good move from the German champions, and they thoroughly deserve their 1-0 lead. Now it's a task for Wolfsburg to answer back against this fleeting Bayern Munich side. And here is Xaver Schlager, finds João Victor. Brilliant pass, but he's judged to be offside. He didn't look offside to me, but the flag goes up nevertheless, and that ends the attack for Wolfsburg. Back with Manuel Neuer for Bayern Munich. 2 shots for each team so far. And Schlager does well to nick it in the midfield. And João Victor out to Otavio now. Otavio coming forward. Tries the ball inside. Lovely. Weghorst to Baku. Puts it across. It's blocked and out for a corner. A nice attack from Wolfsburg there. The first one they've really had in the last 5 or so minutes. And Alphonso Davies got a foot in there, and it's going to be a corner, which I think Ridley Baku is going to leave it for Gerhardt to take. And an instant response from Wolfsburg would be absolutely fantastic here. Gerhardt goes short. Baku. Loses the ball and concedes the throw-in. To be a throw-in for, I think, Josh Kimmich today. He's going to leave it now. Well, he was deciding whether or not he wanted to take the throw-in or not, and he left it for Alphonso Davies in the end. But we are 17 minutes in, and it feels like it's been about 5 minutes. I'm not going to lie. That 17 minutes has flown by, almost halfway through the first half, of course. It's Manuel Neuer, though. It's not Manuel Neuer, that's Castile's Kieren. Back out to the right, and that's a lovely piece of skill from Lacroix to find Mbabu, and then Baku again. Lovely in step to Gerhardt. Out to Brooks. Brooks brings it forward into the midfield. Pass back by Philip to Schlager. Octavio and João Victor can combine there. Back with Schlager, though, and Wolfsburg trying to just get themselves back into this game, slow the pace down, get themselves back onto the ball, get themselves back into the game. Weghorst out to Baku. Whipped across. Oh, the defender. Bit of a soggy clearance. It's come to João Victor. Back across, and it's going to be blocked by Pavard. The first one. Back to Victor, though. Out to Octavio. Back to John Brooks in the defence for Wolfsburg now. And Wolfsburg, after that goal, yeah, they've got themselves on top. There's definitely been a response. And here's Mbabu. Pass it straight against the feet of Davis. It's out for a throw into Wolfsburg on that right-hand side. About 10 or so yards off the halfway line. And Mbabu picks the ball up. Gets it to Philip. Crosses in. It's gone right for everyone, and Boateng clears away. And here come Bayern Munich again on the counter-attack. Alphonso Davies. Pass two. Still going. Oh, he's so good. And he's passed in the end. Ends up going straight to Schlager. But he does fantastically well to get the ball back. And here's Leroy Sané on the right-hand side. Here's Alaba. Inside Philip to Sané. Here's Pavard again. Back to Sané. Picking the ball up deep. And he gets a good pass to Alaba. Tries to flick it around the corner. Baku's there to clear it. And then Schlager and Gerhardt clear the ball away. Lovely work by Wolfsburg to get out of that tight spot. Schlager looks for Octavio. Cut out by Pavard well, though. And now Muller's free on this right-hand side. Nobody really to pass to. Here's Kimmich. Out to Pavard. First time cross to the back stick for Musiala. Tries to run it back to Muller. Cleared away by Baku. And here's Weghorst. Turns. It's a good touch by Weghorst. He's got nobody to pass to, though. Here's Mbabu. Accelerates past Musiala. Still going Mbabu. Tries to cut inside. Goes down. Looking for the foul. And actually just loses possession of the ball quite fairly there. 20 minutes on the clock, though. We are Wolfsburg 0, Bayern Munich 1. We run around the grounds. Gladbach are 1-0 up against Frankfurt. Freiburg are 1-0 against Schalke. And Union Berlin have just taken the lead against Stuttgart. So we have another goal in the Bundesliga. It's Union Berlin 1, Stuttgart 0. And the goal scorer of that goal was Krishna Promel. I've probably butchered his name, but honestly, don't know who he is, so I don't care. But Bayern Munich do have possession of the football again. And the ball out from Kimmich to Sané was a poor one. It allowed Octavio to slide in and clear the ball out of play for a throw-in. Yes, it was a throw-in to Wolfsburg throw to Bayern Munich on the left-hand side. So we are 21 minutes into this game. It's been quite a decent affair, to be honest. If we look at the stats real quick, I'm just going to get them up. Just look at the stats real quick. 2 shots to Wolfsburg, 1 to Bayern Munich, and they've actually got the goal. So, I mean, Google says it's 0-0. It's definitely not 0-0. I don't think Google knows how to update their football scores, but, you know, if we look at the possession, the Bayern Munich absolutely dominated, 61% possession. It's been a good first tie, good first half of this tie. It's going to be a throw to Wolfsburg on the right-hand side, deep inside their own half. They need to start building some passes together, put some moves together, and try and get back into this game, because apart from the shot in the first half from Baku, not really had much to show for their decent fight and willpower that they're showing in the midfield there. Their midfielders have been fantastic. Schlager and Gerhardt really winning all the duels that they've had to Octavio cuts inside. Here's Gerhardt. Baku. It was towards the box, the cross, and it was headed away. Now Kimmich took Alaba. There's a counter for Bayern Munich, but Alaba's pass is poor. Leroy Sané couldn't take the ball in his stride, and it comes back to Schlager, and here's João Victor. Out to Gerhardt. And Babu. Weghorst wide, takes a touch, first time cross. And Alphonso Davies tries to clear, but it's come back to Gerhardt, who's been pretty good so far in this game, to be fair. Probably been Wolfsburg's best player. And here is Casteels back to Lecrau. And that midfield, that back two of Lecrau and Brooks have been fantastic. A ball down the line by Babu looking for Baku. It's cut out by Hernandez and back to Neuer, who clears it downfield to Leroy Sané, who takes a lovely touch and finds Kimmich. And Kimmich out wide to Pavard. Into Sané, who's got a lot of space to turn and pick a pass out to Musiala on the left. Musiala to Alaba. Ball in. Casteels has dropped it, and Choupo-Moting makes it 2-0. And that is absolutely woeful goalkeeping by Casteels. And I mean, he probably could have done better for the first goal. He definitely should have done better for that. That is absolutely woeful goalkeeping. But nevertheless, Choupo-Moting has 3 goals in his last 3 games. Fair play, Choupo-Moting. He loves a goal against Wolfsburg. And he's got another one here tonight. I mean, Alaba's cross is either easily being headed away by Brooks or is being caught by Casteels. I'm honestly, they're checking the VAR for something here, I think. But what a stupid error. He comes out, tries to punch it away, palms the ball straight down, and Choupo-Moting scores an easy tap-in. I mean, they're checking a potential offside on David Alaba. He is not offside at all. Alaba's crossing it. I don't even know what he's trying to do. He sticks his palm out. The ball goes down onto the floor. And Choupo-Moting has the easiest finish of his life. One touch onto his left foot and smashes it past the defender on the line, and it's 2-0. Ball forward, though. Leroy Sané on the right. Surely not a third. 25 minutes in. Sané away from Octavio, away from another. Takes it backwards. Still got the ball. Finds Pavard. Back to Sané. Lovely 1-2 between him and Kimmich. And Sané takes an early attempt and it curls just wide. Encouraging signs for Leroy Sané, though, who'd had quite a poor game in France on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whatever it was. But yeah, it's been a very poor start to the game for Cohen Casteels in the Wolfsburg net, who's been fantastic all season long. Not the right time to have a poor game, to be fair. Wolfsburg left with it all to do. We've had 2 goals in 25 minutes. I'm not really sure what Casteels was doing. I'm still not sure what he was doing, because he comes out like he's going to fist it away, palms the ball straight down to Choupo-Moting's feet. Either he's got him in FPL or he's got a fiver on him to score or something. He's with Bayern Munich again, though. With Muller. And then Hernandez and Kimmich. Lovely ball to Sané. And here's Choupo-Moting looking back for Sané. And ends up fouling Octavio. Kyle says, With Bayern 7 points clear, if they win, 5 games remain. Do you see them winning the Bundesliga again, or could Leipzig nick it? I never back against Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga because, I mean, and I do like Bayern Munich. To be fair, I like the players that they have. I like Hansi Flick. They've got a very good squad, and of course, I love Leroy Sané. So, yeah, I feel like it's inevitable that Bayern Munich will end up winning the Bundesliga. Of course, I know a lot of people don't like Bayern Munich just because they win it every year, but they do deserve it because they are by far and away one of the best teams in the world, and you can just see that from the way that they play and the fact that they've still got an injury crisis and they're still smashing teams all across the park is fantastic. Because without Lewandowski, it was always going to be tough. But they've take the PSG games out there, they've done very well. Here is Kimmich though to Sané, back to Pavard, who's started very well for Bayern Munich in this game. Almost at the 30-minute mark, it's 2-0 to Bayern. I haven't even checked the other scores for a while, so we'll check them now, see if anything else has happened. There has been some more goals. Well, another goal. And it's going from bad to worse for Schalke because it's Freiburg 2, Schalke 0. I feel a little bit sorry for Schalke because they just shouldn't be playing, should they? But Roland Salai has got that second one for Freiburg and probably expel Schalke to doom. I'm not even sure when it's like mathematically possible for them to be down. I want to actually check this now. I'm gonna do some research. When is it mathematically possible they'll go down? So they're currently 10 points behind Cologne with 5 games left. I feel like if they lose 2 more, games, or Cologne win 2 more games, they'll be down. So it's a long ball downfield. It's over the head of Kimmich. Weghorst slips. Oh, and he stayed down. But Kimmich to ball 2 to Leroy Sané. Accelerates past Brooks. Goes down. Referee says the ball's already gone. No penalty. Weghorst is on the deck. Slipped as he played the ball through. Landed on his knee. Maybe strained his groin a little bit there. Not a penalty, by the way, on Leroy Sané. John Brooks barely even clipped him. But not good signs for Wolfsburg at the moment with Weghorst potentially with a groin strain or something. But he's back on his feet. He looks all right. It's going to be a goal kick to Wolfsburg as we just tick over to the 29th minute. It's cleared downfield by Castells. Weghorst flicks it on looking for Baku, and Pavard gets there before him and heads it straight to the hands of Manuel Neuer. Encouraging signs for Bayern Munich, though, who, after a little stumble last week, look back to their best. They've been by far and away the better side in this game. Wolfsburg have really let themselves down. I think, to be fair, I don't even think it's been Wolfsburg. I think it's been Castells that's let Wolfsburg down because other than the 2 goals, I feel like Wolfsburg have actually had a decent game. And Sané's give the ball away to Otavio, and Otavio, looking for Weghorst, he just leaves the ball, doesn't bother running for the ball at all. And Baku and Philip was there for him to pass to square. Instead, went wide for Weghorst and left the ball, and Neuer jumped on top of it. And here comes Bayern Munich on the right-hand side with Leroy Sané, skips past Otavio. Here's Choupo-Moting out to Pavard. Tries the ball, and it's cleared away. Only as far as Kimmich edge of the area. Back out to Pavard, who looks like a real outlet on this right-hand side. Back to Kimmich. Here is Lucas Hernandez. Alphonso Davies. Skips past Baku. Lovely ball into Muller. Falls to Choupo-Moting. Here is Sané, and he blazes his effort over the crossbar. He has to hit the target from there. It falls to him on the edge of the box. Just inside the box on the right-hand side. And he's got to be putting that on target. I mean, there's definitely a lack of confidence with Leroy Sané at the moment. Looks nothing like the player that he was at Manchester City. He'd put that in the top corner. But unfortunately for him and for me, he stuck that over the crossbar. He has to be getting on target, especially with Castells flapping at 2 attempts already. A long ball downfield, though. Weghorst flicks that onto Baku. Takes a touch. Back to Weghorst. Flicks it over his head, and it's cleared out by Alaba. And Gerhardt stumbles on the ball And then John Brooks is dominant in his tackle against Choupo-Moting. And then Wolfsburg come forward again. And Weghorst and Philip was in, but a foul committed by Philip on, I think it was Hernandez. Yeah, it was. And that's a free kick to Bayern Munich inside their own half. And they've got a little bit of a chance to slow down Wolfsburg's game and slow down the pressure that they were under there. They could have completely killed the tie off there if that goal had gone in. Leroy Sané scores the game is probably done and dusted as we tick over to the 32nd minute. And it's gone rather quickly, to be fair, in this game. Not been a bad watch at all. And Baku tried to get the ball through to Max Philip, and Alaba played very well there to clear the ball away. Here's Kimmich to Alphonso Davies. Fantastic pass, and they've got a 3-on-2 here. It's Leroy Sané out to Muller, back to Sané, and he's missed again. And it was a 3-on-2, 4-on-2 for Bayern Munich. And it's a lovely pass by Muller to Sané on the edge of the box, and he just doesn't catch it well at all, and it flies off his right boot. I think it was his left boot, opened his body up, and he just curls it wide, and that's another poor miss from Leroy Sané. He really should have 2 goals in this game. It should be 3-0 Bayern Munich, and Leroy Sané should have a goal to his name, but here come Wolfsburg inside the 33rd minute with Max Philip. That ball's going to go out of play for a throw-in for Mbabu to take, and here he is to take it. Still not taking the throw-in yet. He's just stood over the bar, and here's Max Philip to Otavio. Here's Brooks. Here's Lacroix. Brooks again. Wolfsburg got to make something happen here. Maybe a goal before half-time would make this game a little bit more interesting. And then the clearance away by Pavard. Weghorst, lovely flick to Philip. Out wide to Baku, who digs it under his feet, but there's nobody there at the back post where João Victor probably should be. And it's going to be cleared away by Pavard for Bayern Munich. But another good chance for Wolfsburg there, but the final ball lacking a little bit for the side in green. Oh, cut out by Java Schlager in the midfield, and Java Schlager goes wide to Weghorst, and that is a fantastic finish. That is an absolutely outstanding finish by Wout Weghorst. And just as I said that they needed a goal before half-time, they score on cue, and the Dutchman will score again for Wolfsburg. His 19th goal of the Bundesliga campaign, and he gives his side some sort of hope. But fair play Java Schlager, pouncing on the pass from Muller, and Wout Weghorst first time on his right foot curls an absolute beauty home along the floor around Manuel Neuer. It is going all the way to the bank, and that is inch perfect, and it is Bayern Munich 2, Wolfsburg 1, and what a first half of football we've had here. That is a fantastic finish, and that just shows to you the difference in player that he has been from last season to this season. Choupo-Moting with the ball cleared away by Brooks, and Wolfsburg want more. Here's João Victor. That's a poor pass, and it's caught out by Alaba. And it's Choupo-Moting. There's a chance for Musiala, who's in the box, and he gets taken out by Mbabu, but the referee waves away the calls for the penalty. A very fast game so far in Wolfsburg, and here is Lacroix to clear it downfield. It's a poor pass. Alphonso Davies gets there, flicks it over the head, and wins the free kick against Gerhardt. Kimmich takes it quickly to Leroy Sané, but the referee's not going to allow him to. It's going to be a free kick for Bayern Munich inside Wolfsburg's half, about 40 or 35 yards from goal. Taken short by Hernandez to Davies. Back to Hernandez. Here is Jerome Boateng. Back out wide right to Pavard. Tried the ball inside, cut out well by João Victor for the throw-in on the right-hand side for Bayern Munich. Here's Sané, Pavard, onto Muller. Otavio slid in, Muller still. Good ball in. Musiala! Oh, what a header. I mean, what a game we're having here. It's 3-1 to Bayern Munich. It's Jamal Musiala, but all the credit must go to Thomas Muller, who dug a ball out from under his feet, wide on the right-hand side. And it's a ball into the box. And the man you probably wouldn't be expecting to put the header in, Jamal Musiala, plants a fantastic header in. It's a fantastic header from Jamal Musiala. The man who you probably wouldn't expect. Nobody's picking him up. Nobody's picking him up. It's poor defending by Wolfsburg. But Muller, fair play, digs it out. Brilliant crossing. Musiala rises and nods it. A looping header into the bottom corner of the net on the left-hand side. Right-hand side. Fantastic header. And this game really has hotted up in the last 2 or 3 minutes because that is 2 goals in 3 minutes. Musiala with a double. And the commentator just said it's Ronaldo-esque. I mean, I don't think I'd describe it like that. But fair play to Bayern Munich for responding to Wolfsburg's goal. And here comes Java Schlager again, trying to make something happen for his team. It's gone right the way through to Manuel Neuer. But what a game, lads. What a game we've got here. I mean, so I said 3-2. It could be 3-2 in the first half. Here's Baku. And Barbu. Ball forward to Paul Ball, and Hernandez cuts it out. And here is Muller trying to flick it through to Choupo-Moting. It's going to be cleared away and back to Cohen Casteels. We're only in the 38th minute. We've had 4 goals. We're averaging a goal every nearly 10 minutes. Yeah, if we're talking 40 minutes, there's 4 goals, which is absolutely fantastic. Give me a goal every 10 minutes. I'd be loving it. Here is Gerhardt in the midfield. Tries the ball down to Otavio, who's been really poor defensively for Wolfsburg so far. That right-hand side, he's been getting absolutely ripped apart by the likes of Leroy Sané and especially Thomas Muller there for the goal. Here's Philip, though. Good ball inside to João Victor. Here's Baku. Well, good pass out to Otavio. It's a decent cross in, but nobody's there. And Schlager outside the area takes a touch. Tries to get to Gerhardt. It's to Sané, though. And Sané now clears the ball back to Pavard. Pavard back to Neuer. It's cleared away downfield. And Gerhardt wins the ball back. Tries to get a foot in there in front of Kimmich. Kimmich does really well, though, and Mbabu picks the loose ball up and finds Lacroix. Back out to Mbabu. The first ever brace for Musiala as well, the young man. I tell you, he's some talent. Here's Otavio on the left. To Gerhardt. It's a poor pass. And here is Musiala, but he takes an awkward touch. And Java Schlager hunts him down, who's definitely been one of Wolfsburg's best players tonight, Java Schlager. It's a good pass back, who tries to flick it onto Mbabu. Here's Philip, taken down by Boateng. That's going to be a foul, and I think that might be a yellow card for Jerome Boateng. Although the referee's got the cards out, but it was a dangerous tackle. Slid in, didn't get the ball and took the man. It's a foul and a little embrace between the two. Here's Vegas offside. Paul from him there. Got to be keeping onside. Could have held his run by a couple of seconds to find himself onside, but it's not been the worst half of football for Wolfsburg. There's definitely been signs of encouragement. Without those 2 mistakes from Cohen Casteels, they probably would be level in this game. If we're talking about the massive moments, everyone's taken the chances that they've got. There's not been a real quality save from either goalkeeper or a big miss, to be fair. I mean, Baku's chance in the first couple of minutes didn't catch it well. I wouldn't call it a massive chance. Kind of flashed at it a little bit. That's going to be a foul by Lacroix on, I think, Choupo-Moting. With 4 minutes left till half time, Bayern Munich are firmly in control of this game, and Wolfsburg need to find something probably in the second half. We'll check the goals in the other games. There's been no other games that have had goals in them. And Choupo-Moting's back on his feet, which is Josh is probably thankful for that. So as we tick over to the 41st minute now, we are 4 minutes away from halftime plus added time. I can't see there being much added time, probably a minute or so. At halftime, I will go get a drink and get a sandwich because I haven't actually had anything to eat today, and then we'll leave We'll play the watch-along advert. We'll see what's happening on the channel. Make sure you're here tomorrow, because a little spell of the watch-along advert. It's the F1 tomorrow, isn't it, with Rowan? We'll talk about that in the advert, though. It's Alphonso Davies to Musiala. Good tackle by, I think it was Baku in there. And it comes off Musiala and wins the throw-in for Wolfsburg. If Wolfsburg could get another one before half-time, that would be absolutely huge, I think. Going in at half-time, 3-2, of course, not played the best half of football. Your goalkeeper's made 2 mistakes. That's a good pass from João Victor, though. Gerhardt to Victor. Looked for Otavio out wide. The ball's going to run to him after deflection off Muller. Here is Otavio again, inside to Gerhardt and Schlager. Gerhardt, lovely football between those two. Out to and Babu. Here's Baku. Schlager. I mean, it went straight past him. It's a poor pass. It's Otavio, though. Brooks. To Victor. It's a poor touch. It's going to be a throw-in to Bayern Munich as well. Missing Ronaldo Stefan today, of course, by Wolfsburg. João Victor's come in for him. Not really the most goal-scoring right winger, but right winger, left winger. Looking to fill the void of Ronaldo Stefan, who's had a fantastic season for Wolfsburg this year. It's going to be kept in. Here's Gerhardt. Baku. It's going to be fouled by Jerome Boateng. It's a second foul by Boateng. It's a free kick to Bayern Munich, to Wolfsburg, about 20 yards out maybe. It's a missed time tackle by Boateng, and Baku goes flying down. It's been Max Phillips potatoes, I think. I mean, Max Phillips is over it. I mean, it's a little bit further out than I thought. Flipped into the back post by Philip, and it's a poor delivery. Poor delivery from a set piece again. And yeah, Andy Flick's probably counting his lucky chickens that they are in front. Because Bayern Munich, I mean, like I said, 3-1 ahead, fair enough. But apart from the 2 mistakes and the goals that they've scored, they haven't really made much else. However, you'd probably be happy as a coach at that. Because clinical, being absolutely clinical. We are 30 seconds away from the end of the 45 minutes, and we'll see how much added time we get. I don't really think there'll be much, maybe a minute or 2 for Wolfsburg to try and get a goal. Sané's lost the ball to Victor, and here's Gerhardt. Tried to turn inside. Choupo-Moting was there. Muller now to Musiala. Musiala now. Oh, clattered into Bobby. Muller tried to flick one through, and he ended up stumbling. And yeah, 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. It's going to be a corner kick to Bayern Munich. It's going to be Kimmich to take this corner as well. And imagine 4-1 at half-time. Probably a very harsh scoreline. It's flicked in by Kimmich. It's headed away. Davis into the air. Poor back pass and Vegas now. He's on his own, but cuts back inside. Needed some help. Here's Gerhardt. Out wide to Otavio. Now 1 minute left. Wolfsburg come forward. Otavio. Schlager. Corner kick to Wolfsburg. 1 minute left. Corner kick to Wolfsburg. So from a corner at one end to a corner at the other end. Wolfsburg got a chance to make it 3-2 before the half-time whistle and really put pressure on Bayern Munich for this game. It's going to be Philip to take the corner from the left-hand side. Going to be an in-swinger. He does take the corner. It's a poor corner right beneath the goalkeeper and headed out of play for another corner on the other side. Surely the last actions of the first half. Gerhardt from the right this time. It's going to be another in-swinger. It's a decent delivery, and Schlager got his head to it. I think it might have been John Brooks, actually. Yeah, it was John Brooks. And he couldn't keep his header down. And that is half-time. It was a decent corner in. But that is half-time, guys. And just before we play half-time, we will whack on the advert for what is coming up. And we'll do it at the end, just so we have a little bit of intermission in between. So here we go, boys. We are going to whack it up on screen now. So coming up on the Sports Corner YouTube channel, we have later on tonight, Orlando City vs Atalanta United, the debut of MLS streams live with Kieren 7:55 p.m. And then tomorrow, Josh is up bright and early as he's every day at 11:55 a.m. for Rotherham versus Birmingham. And then it's the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I hope I've said that right. But with around 3 o'clock tomorrow, be there. And then MLS returns again into Miami versus LA Galaxy, live with Kieren L at 7:55 tomorrow night. And then the darts is back, and Josh loves the darts. It's 19th of April, 10:07, live reaction with Josh for the Premier League darts night 6. And then, you're back with me for the second half of Wolfsburg versus Bayern. I will check the halftime results in the Bundesliga. Union Berlin have got a second against Stuttgart and made it 2-0 in that game. And the goal scorer for that one was Peter Musa, has scored the goal for that one. But yes, I'm just going to go get a quick drink and a quick sandwich. I'll be back in 5 minutes. How are we doing, lads? I'm back. Second half should be underway in probably a few minutes. Let's change the banner to second half. Second half. Wolfsburg with it all to do though. Bayern Munich 3-1 up at the half. Wolfsburg needing 2 goals to get back into this game. 2 errors from Cohen Casteels, I'd say, have cost Wolfsburg in this game. I still believe they've got the fight to do it, though. They showed encouraging signs in that first half. Jaberschlager and Gerhardt have played quite well in the midfield. They just need some sort of help from the wing backs, who have been pretty poor, to be fair, in Mbabu, and Otavio especially defensively has been very, very poor and very, very prone to an error and getting beaten far too easily by the likes of Leroy Sané and Thomas Muller. Yeah, if we just look at the Bundesliga table real quick. Union Berlin winning 2-0. They've put themselves back in the shout for the Europa League. Only 3 points behind Dortmund now. 1 point behind Leverkusen. Gladbach have put themselves back in the shout for the Europa League as well. 3 points behind Dortmund, 1 point behind Leverkusen. Freiburg are on 40 points. They're winning 2-0 against Schalke, of course, today. Augsburg and Arminia Bielefeld 0-0. Elsewhere, Gladbach, as previously mentioned, beating Frankfurt by 1-0. So it's a big ask for Dortmund, but if they can win tomorrow or whenever they play, I actually know where they play. Do they play tonight? No, they win tomorrow at 2:30. There's maybe a chance they could be back in the Champions League race, because it'd only be 4 points behind Frankfurt with 5 games left. And of course, I'm going to check Frankfurt's matches for the last 5 games. So they've got Augsburg, Leverkusen, it's a massive game, Mainz, Schalke, and Freiburg. And then for Dortmund in their last 5 games, they've got some difficult fixtures here. They've got Werder, Union, Wolfsburg, Leipzig, Mainz, and Leverkusen last day of the season. Coming up against Leverkusen, it's going to be a crunch tie. But it's going to be a big ask for Borussia Dortmund to get back into those Champions League spots. And my prediction's still on, because I said 3-2 to Bayern Munich. It's still on. The prediction, obviously, for the second half. I thought the second half had kicked off by now. No. I'm watching someone break a pencil. I'm just going to nip for a quick piss. I'm back in 2 seconds. Oh, well, a good first half full of goals and glamour. And then we look at the fixtures at half-time. The result shows it. Augsburg 0, Arminia Bielefeld 0. Borussia Gladbach are leading Frankfurt by goals. So Freiburg 2-0 up on Schalke. Union win 2-0 up against Stuttgart. And of course here in Wolfsburg, it's 3-1 to Bayern Munich. A very, very good first half. I'm looking forward to the second half. Hopefully, it's going to be a class second half. More of the same. If we had 4 goals in the second half, like we did in the first half, I'd be more than happy. I don't think there's any substitutes at half-time, though. Here come the teams at half-time, though, for the beginning of the second half. Like I said, I don't think there's been any changes for either side. Hansi Flick's just making his way out now. About to get underway for the second half. I think it's going to be Alaba who gets us underway. Long ball downfield away by Brooks, and 45 minutes of good football in the games. Like it's been a decent match day's football for the Bundesliga, as it normally is. A fantastic league to watch. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. My YouTube name is for trolling. All right. Nice. Here's John Brooks for Wolfsburg. Ball out wide to Baku. Here's Gerhardt to Otavio. If Lewandowski was on, he would have scored 2 goals. Maybe he would have scored 2 goals. Here's Mbabu out to Schlager. Tries the ball over to, I think, João Victor, but it's cleared away. And then he's headed back. It's cleared away again. But Choupo-Moting takes the dodgy touch. And Choupo-Moting gets it back to John Brooks. And now Wolfsburg chasing the game, of course. They need to come out of the little shell that they've put themselves in the first half after those 2 mistakes from Casteels. Here's Mbabu. Weghorst. That's a throw into Wolfsburg on the right. I think Weghorst might have actually been offside. It's a throw into Bayern Munich, actually. Here's Davis. Alaba. Davis again. Nice little flick. Back to Alaba. Across to Boateng. Well played out from the back here by Bayern Munich. Here is Josh Kimmich. Pavard. Leroy Sané now on the ball inside the midfield. Needs to be careful because he's harassed by Wolfsburg players again. There's Lucas Hernandez out wide to Alphonso Davies. Still going. Cuts back and does really well. Still got the ball. Here's Musiala. Lost it to Mbappe. That's a foul by the Swiss. And a free kick to Bayern Munich. Is Kimmich to Hernandez. Barbie to take the throw in for Wolfsburg now. Front to the midfield for João Victor, cleared away by Kimmich, though. Here's Boateng now. To Sané. Pavard. Tries the first time ball into Muller. It's headed away by Gerhardt. Schlager tries to head it away. Gerhardt now to Philip. To Schlager. Gerhardt now. Good interlink from the Wolfsburg centre mids. And Otavio picks the ball up. Drives away from Sané. Referee tells him to get back up because he falls over, and here's Muller. Tries to poke it through for Sané. Good cut out by John Brooks back there. Couldn't get past Thomas Muller and back to Pavard. And Bayern Munich really controlling the start of this second half, not allowing Wolfsburg any time on the ball at all, really suffocating the attackers when they get the ball as well. Bayern Munich so good at holding on to leads, and another example of why they are the elect Bundesliga champions. Here is Davis back to Hernandez. Here's Josh Kimmich again inside Bayern Munich's half. Good pass into midfield for Alaba, who's been used as a centre midfielder for the past 3 or 4 weeks. Injury crisis at Bayern Munich, of course. Babu to Gerhardt. Has to go back to Casteels, who was at fault for 2 of the goals of the 3 for Bayern Munich who they've scored. Here's Casteels again, though. Out to John Brooks. The crowd. Baku flicks into midfield. I mean, Max Phillips not been on the same wavelength as everyone tonight. He's been quite poor. Hernandez is passed, cut out by Baku, and his Schlager to looking for João Victor, but it's going to be cut out by Pavard, who's been fantastic so far. And that's another good cut out by Gerhardt. Like I said, Wolfsburg suffocating in their own half at the moment. Here's Lacroix. To Casteels. Brooks again. There's Otavio. I'm not really sure what Wolfsburg are waiting for. They've got 40 minutes to try and find 2 goals. And at the moment, they're passing it around their centre half. So that's a header back. And Brooks, that's a poor header. Musiala to Muller. Muller into the box. Good save. Casteels still not cleared. Musiala hat-trick off the line. I think it was Brooks off the line who made the initial mistake, and Musiala inches away from scoring his first ever professional hat-trick, and Weghorst is offside again. A great chance for Bayern Munich to finish this game off and make it 4-1. It falls to Musiala at first. Good pass out to Muller. Muller took a touch, shot, good save Casteels. The ricochet, Musiala flung a boot at it. It's actually Lacroix. Maxence Lacroix gets off the line. A good chance, though, for Bayern Munich to really kill this game off. Kimmich has a fantastic pass out to Benjamin Pavard, I think. No, it's Thomas Muller, actually, on the right-hand side. Sané, nice little flick to Muller. Comes off the German last and it goes out for a throw into Wolfsburg. But what a chance for Musiala. Kind of just flung a foot at it. It was easy for Lacroix to get it off the line. Good defending, good alert defending from the Frenchman for Wolfsburg, who got a massive let off there. Otavio down to Weghorst, flicks it into midfield. Here's Schlager. Nice little ball out to Mbabu, and now the Wolfsburg players can flood forward. And one of those players flooding forward is Baku. Poor pass from Mbabu, but Baku had to pick it up, and then the pass back comes off Mbabu's foot. And those 2 have not been on the same wavelength tonight. Here's Davis to Kimmich. Good work by Kimmich to keep it against Schlager. Here's Musiala. Loses the ball, but the touch from Philip is poor. And here's Alphonso Davies now. Alaba, not a good pass at all. And that's... I mean, the quality's gone really, really down in the second half. So many misplaced passes and sloppy touches and stuff. I mean, it's been very, very poor from both sides in the opening 7 minutes of the second half, sorry. Wolfsburg passing it around the back again, though. There needs to be some sort of urgency, and there needs to be soon. Baku chests it into midfield for Max Philip. Tries the ball back to Baku. That's a brilliant pass. And here is Baku, though. There's nobody really supporting him. Still got the ball. Back to Babu, though. Here's Gerhardt. Out wide to Weghorst. Good touch. Weghorst to Otavio. Got to wait for Weghorst to get in there, but it's a good ball, and that is a fantastic finish. It's Max Philip with the goal, and it's Wolfsburg 2, Bayern Munich 3. After a fantastic move by Wolfsburg. It is a wonderful goal. And elsewhere, there's been 2 more goals. Christian Gunter makes it 3-0 to Freiburg, and Stuttgart got one back through Philip Forster. So 2 goals elsewhere. But here, we've got an absolutely barnstorming second half set up. And I said there needed to be some sense of urgency from Wolfsburg. And finally, we got that sense of urgency. Otavio puts a fantastic cross in. And Max Philipp just ghosted in at the near post and volleyed home an absolute beauty. And Manuel Neuer is furious. And I would be. Because that is poor defending again from Bayern Munich. But this time, they've not been let off. And Max Philipp will score. And there is going to be a substitution for Wolfsburg as well. Brekalo is going to come on. I'm not even sure. And Baku's coming off. So Baku's off for Brekalo. The long ball downfield again. Like we said, though, Freiburg absolutely demolishing Schalke. Long downfield to Mbabu. Like, tries to flick it around the corner for, I think it was João Victor, but couldn't quite let it. João Victor's come to on the right-hand side, Brekalo over on the left. But it set up a nice last 35 minutes to the game. My prediction at the moment is coming true. I did say 3-2 at Bayern Munich. So if it stays like this for 25 minutes, which I hope it doesn't, because I'd like some more goals. Imagine that, some more goals in this game. Kyle said 4-2. That prediction's well and truly still on. And here come Bayern Munich again with Choupo-Moting. Here's Leroy Sané inside the box. Leroy Sané curls it wide. It's a really, really poor attempt on goal by Leroy Sané. And we talk about Musiala possibly scoring a hat-trick. Leroy Sané's had 3 glorious opportunities, and it's another poor one for him. He has to do better with that one there. Has to do better with that, Leroy Sané. A long ball downfield now. Weghorst flicks it into the air, but nobody's there. Musiala picks it up. Here's Alphonso Davies. And just as I said that the first half had no real quality, were finally a piece of quality by Max Philipp and Paulo Otavio. Here's Muller, though. As well to create some space for himself and find Alphonso Davies. It is back in Bayern's half, though, and here's Manuel Neuer who has to clear it downfield. Alaba does. Oh, Schlager's been fantastic in the midfield, and here's Mbabu looking for the run of Philipp. Couldn't find it. Alphonso Davies picks the ball up. Manuel Neuer again will blast it downfield. Muller doesn't win the header against Mbabu, though, and Schlager still going with it. Java Schlager. He's tackled, though. And Choupo-Moting puts a nice ball around the corner to Alaba. And David Alaba on the right-hand side to Pavard. Pavard over the top of one man and was caught by Otavio. That's going to be a yellow card for Otavio. Hope my prediction comes true. Come on, Bayern. I know I said 3-2, so my prediction at the moment is coming true. But you're very close as well. I hope my prediction doesn't come true because I want some more goals. I've had 5 so far. I feel a little bit greedy asking. But the goal every 10 minutes has gone out of the window unless Bayern Munich or Wolfsburg score in the next 3 minutes. But do you have a free kick, though, on the right-hand side? I feel like it's going to be taken short. 5 yellow cards for, has been, to Sané, who digs one under his feet and puts it in towards Choupo-Moting. It's headed away. Musiala, though, back to Alphonso Davies. Musiala again. Alaba. Tried to put a cross in, it's blocked. Musiala, lovely flick back. And then Kimmich has to slide to keep the ball and find Hernandez. And Davies now, left-hand side of the pitch. Back to Hernandez. Here's Boateng. Lovely pass out to Davies. Davies to Musiala. Musiala thought about shooting. Cuts onto his left. Across the face of goal. And John Brooks had to get a foot in there. It's going to be a throw-in to Bayern Munich. Stood firm, the big American in there for Wolfsburg. That's going to be a corner off Mbabu. It's going to be another substitution for Wolfsburg. Roussillon. Jerome Roussillon is going to be coming on. I can only imagine it's for Paulo Otavio. It's going to be Kimmich to put this corner in, though, for Bayern Munich. Musiala's come short.
No other goals to report in the Bundesliga. Here goes Kimmich, though. Into the box, right under the goalkeeper. Casteels this time punches it away. And Brekalo takes a good touch. And here's Schlager. Out to Otavio against Sané. Good feet. Otavio's pass is poor. And Neuer's pass downfield is poor, and it goes straight out of play for a throw-in inside, or just on the halfway line. It's not actually going to be Otavio. It's going to be João Victor who comes off for Jeremy Roussillon. Excuse me. Tried to beat the mic. Actually failed at clicking it. So João Victor's going to be coming off, and Roussillon is going to be coming on. And there is another goal because I've just heard him scream. It's 2-0 to Gladbach. And it is Jonas Hoffmann with the goal. It's Weghorst, though. Philip. Brekalo. Gerhardt. To Otavio. It looks like Roussillon's playing it as a left winger. Roussillon tries the ball and it's blocked. Goes out of play for a corner. I mean, Wolfsburg have been the better side for the last 15 or so minutes since half time. Bayern Munich came out well, but didn't take advantage. Musiala had a shot to clear off the line. And ever since then, Wolfsburg have really been on top. We've got another chance here with a corner by Max Philip. And Philip whips that ball. It's a decent corner. Weghorst was there. It's headed off his head. I think Muller cleared away by Alaba. Davies takes an awkward touch because that play for a throw-in. Here's Mbabu. Weghorst back to Mbabu. Sané wins the ball back and whacks it downfield. Here's Brooks for Wolfsburg out to Lacroix. Lacroix out wide to Mbabu. Mbabu brilliantly looking ball in, and it's Boateng had to stretch to get there. All the way out of play for a throw-in, though. And with 29 minutes left, it's very, very evenly poised in this game. Mbabu to Brekalo. Back to Mbabu. Lovely flick to Brekalo. Throw into Wolfsburg again. Brekalo takes looking for Schlager. He's taken down Schlager. Two men have gone down holding their feet. And the ball downfield to Choupo-Moting. Picked up by Muller. Here's Leroy Sané. Chipped over to Muller looking for Choupo-Moting. And John Brooks is clearance back to Colin Casteels. Schlager's back on his feet now. Karlsruhe Gladbach really want to make top four. Still can, but they need to win maybe 3 more games with other results going their way. Yeah, they've got games against the likes of Dortmund, I think, and people to come. So it's very much in Gladbach's hands, but very much in Frankfurt's hands. But fair play to Gladbach, getting back on form and look like they're probably going to get Europe again next season. But in this game, it's very much a battle of I say Wolfsburg are safe. They're not really safe in that Champions League spots, of course. There's a long... That was a long ball forward by, I think it was Hernandez. And Davis took a heavy touch and took it out of play. There's a little bit of a gap between them and 5th place. But, you know, if they can't get something out of today and Dortmund win tomorrow, the pressure is well and truly on them. There's been no other goals elsewhere in the Bundesliga. That Augsburg-Arminia game is still 0-0. Here's John Brooks, though. Back to Casteels. And coming up on 26.5 minutes left in this game for Wolfsburg, who are 3-2 down to try and get anything out of this game. Here's John Brooks now. Big ball downfield. Weghorst takes a chest and is fouled by Hernandez on the halfway line. Good ball down the line. Good well cut out by Davis, though. Oh, the ball inside by Philip looked like it was going to Weghorst. Schlager tries the ball across. Sané heads it behind for a corner kick to Wolfsburg. And the last two corners have been quite dangerous. If they can get onto the head of Weghorst. And here comes Philip to take it. Another decent ball in, and the crowd was up there. Headed away, though. Leroy Sané chests that down. Loses the ball, though, but whacked clear by Pavard. Here's Casteels. In 25 minutes, Bayern Munich under the cosh a little bit now to keep this lead that they've got. So ball down the line to looking for Ruslan. Headed away by Pavard out for a throw-in. It's a good play by Pavard and Kimmich to win the goal kick for Bayern Munich there. Relieve the pressure on that back four a little bit. Here's Hernandez. Boateng tries the ball forward. It's a good pass to Choupo-Moting, but he takes an awkward touch. And here's Javier Schlager. Fantastic back pass through. Weghorst, good save. Manuel Neuer. Oh, he's offside. I feel like he should have probably left it for Max Philipp, who was in a much better position to try and slot it around the goalkeeper. And he's onside. He's definitely onside, but it's a poor finish. And there has also been another goal. I can hear him shouting again. It's 3-0 to Gladbach. Extraordinary. They're absolutely destroying Frankfurt and their new manager that they're going to have next season. And the goal scorer for that one was Rami Bensebaini. The left back makes it 3-0 to Gladbach. Well, Sané has been caught in possession again, but the pass by Gerhardt's actually a poor one, and Sané uses his speed to latch onto the back pass. And here's Sané to Muller in midfield just after the halfway line. Here's Musiala against Mbabu. Mbabu, fantastic defending there. He's taken down and wins his side a free kick. For Bayern Munich now, the tricky thing is who do you bring off the bench, because they've not really got that many recognisable players on there. There's Roussillon looking for a little touch around the corner. There's Boateng. Neuer. Here's Hernandez again. Musiala, as the commentator said, looks to have taken a little bit of a knock after that last little challenge of Mbabu. And might have to come off here, which is not good for Bayern Munich. They're already suffering a little bit of an injury crisis themselves. Neuer whacks that one downfield and Leroy Sané nods it on. Here's Choupo-Moting to Kimmich, Musiala, Davis. There's a man over in Alaba. Davis cuts inside fantastically well. Davis! Good save by Casteels. Lovely skill by Alphonso Davis to get into the shooting position. A little step over to change feet. And then the ferocious attempt on goal with his right foot. Cohen Casteels has to parry it away for a corner kick to Bayern Munich. And that corner's headed away by John Brooks all the way out of play for a throw-in on the other side.
There's Alaba. Muller, brilliant pass back to Alaba. Oh, flies past and John Brooks. Oh, well, the referee, I thought he was going to go blow his whistle there. It looked like he was gesturing that. Instead, told Alaba to get back up. Here's Davis again. About to tick over to the 70th minute, though. With Wolfsburg chasing one more goal. Musiala, lovely pass to Muller. Choupo-Moting, lucky for Musiala. Max Philip ends up slipping, and here's Boateng. Ball into the box, headed away by Brooks. Schlager. Otavio chips that one downfield, looking for Vegas. Poor pass. Kimmich to Sané. Good cut out by Schlager again, who's been absolutely fantastic again. Weghorst does well. Is Mbabu for Wolfsburg. Into Brekalo. Back to Mbabu. Into Gerhardt. Now Lacroix. I'm gonna have to scold KL in the watch along later for Gladbach beating Frankfurt. Feels like he's rubbing it in with all of that shouting. Here's Brekalo inside the box. Tries the ball across and Neuer left it. Oh, and Neuer and Weghorst are squaring up here. When Brekalo decided to do a little dinked ball in, crossing in. Neuer decided to leave it. Weghorst coming at the back post. Weghorst claiming that Neuer took a touch on it. Goes out of play for a goal kick, though, by the officials. Here's Leroy Sané. Tackled by Brooks to Schlager. Schlager looking for Philip. It's cleared away. I know Alaba and Davis can come away with it now. And now there is men over for Bayern Munich. And Davis flies forward. Out to Alaba. Alaba back across. It's a good cut out by Lacroix. And here is Brekalo. Roussillon. Fantastic pass to Mbabu. Mbabu past Alphonso Davis. Gets it to Brekalo. Does well to get it past Hernandez. And then Kimmich gets back. It is Kimmich again for Bayern Munich. Games opening up a little bit, a lot of space in the midfield as these two sides get tired and the space expands and allows either side to try and get some. But there's going to be a substitute. It is going to be Musiala who does come off. He's not going to get his hat trick, and Kingsley Coman comes on. And now with the space being given to Alphonso Davis on the left hand side, Kingsley Coman could have an absolute field day right now. Or, I mean, they cut back from the substitution to Choupo-Moting running for one goal. Lovely tackle by Lacroix. Good ball out to Otavio. There he is coming forward, the Brazilian. Tries the early ball to Weghorst, who tries to flick the header on towards Philip, but couldn't get there. So with 17 minutes left, it's still at 3-2. The game is still well and truly in the balance. Been no goals elsewhere as of yet in the Bundesliga. The scores: 3-0 Gladbach, 3-0 Freiburg, 2-1 Union, 0-0 Augsburg, Armenia. Massive ramifications for the Europa League spots in a couple of them games. It's going to be a 3-0 to Wolfsburg. Hansi Flick looks nervous. Hansi Flick looks very nervous back there. Obviously, speculation around his future with Bayern Munich after a few questions about the German national team. Weghorst flicks it over his head. Well, tries to find Philip, and Kimmich is there. Kimmich closes it away downfield. Is Muller. There's a long ball forward to Choupo-Moting. The crowd does really well. It's Schlager. Roussillon. Weghorst left it. Kimmich to Muller in the midfield. Alaba. Coleman. Muller. Fantastic football. Sané. Good foot in there by Brooks. To initially break up. Kimmich tries to dink one into the back post. Headed away by the crowd. Alaba picks it back up. Kimmich. Sané. Pavard. Ball into the box by Pavard. Back stick and Babu heads it out of play for a corner. But the football and display from Bayern Munich is absolutely fantastic. And Kevin and Babu, who's played quite well today, in the second half especially. A few players with hands on knees in there, though. Absolutely puffing out their backsides. Kimmich running over to take this. 15 minutes left on the clock as we enter the 75th minute. And it comes from Josh Kimmich. Choupo-Moting, it flashed across the box. It's cleared away. Boateng dinks the ball back in. Choupo-Moting leaves it for Kimmich. Kimmich back to Choupo-Moting again. Does well to get Kimmich. Kimmich to Boateng. Side-footed it. It's a good save. A long ball downfield now by Casteels to Roussillon, who's on his own. But he's racing past Boateng, but Boateng does fantastically well to beat Roussillon to the ball and clear the ball away. Here's Kimmich now. Ball over the top looking for, I think it was Muller headed away. Brooks to Schlager to Gerhardt. Alaba's let it run. Brekelo's picked the ball up. Brekelo out to Mbabu. Mbabu to Philip. Good defending there by Hernandez, and here's Choupo-Moting. Davis, and now it's a 4-on-3 for Bayern Munich. Davis' heavy touch, and Lacroix. The heavy touch gave Lacroix the attempt and the chance to get back in and win the ball back, and he did, and just flicked it away from Alphonso Davis. Be another corner though. Kimmich over to take it again. Jogging over, of course, no real rush, but Lucas Hernandez took a nasty one in that last little attacking play by Wolfsburg. Took a nasty one, and it's going to go out of play. Obviously, the ball ended up going out of play for the corner. It's going to be Kimmich to take it. Kimmich flicked on by Choupo-Moting. Muller heads it back. Sané takes a chest. Here's Boateng who digs one in. Lovely looking cross, headed away. And now the counter's on. It's 2-on-3. Brekelo tries the ball over to Philip. It's not a good pass and cleared away. Matt Milner off his line quickly. And here's Alphonso Davis, clipped by Brekelo. Free kick by Munich. Going to be another substitution though. Bialek has come on and Max Philip has been taken off. And I mean, if it wasn't already bad, if you're a Schalke fan, it might be 4-0 to Freiburg. Do you think Bayern would still be strong enough to win the Bundesliga if they didn't have Lewandowski? I mean, if any team lost their top goal scorer, they would really struggle, Kyle, I think. But Bayern Munich especially, not necessarily if they lost Lewandowski, it's just if they didn't replace him with someone, because no offense to Choupo-Moting, he's just not a good striker. Well, he's a good striker, but he does link the play like Lewandowski. I could, if they replaced him with someone like Andre Silva, for example, they do alright. Because I do actually like Choupo-Moting. He's a decent player, but he's more of a fox in the box kind of player rather than a, link the play together sort of player. Because he's not really got the feet for that. You know what I mean? Lucas Hernandez has gone to the book though.
Yeah, Lucas Hernandez goes into the book. With 11 minutes left on the clock. Still poised at 3-2 to Bayern Munich. Wolfsburg have threatened. Brooks. That is a par free kick. Straight out of play for a throw-in. Choupo-Moting does well to get past one. Still Choupo-Moting. Loses it to Schlager. And here's Gerhardt. Good footing by Boateng. Here's Kimmich to Alaba. Out to Kingsley Coman. Bust inside the box to the right. Alaba goes down. Cleared away by Brekalo. Brought away by Brekalo. Good footing there by Choupo-Moting, who was back to help his team defend and wins the ball back. Here's Pavard. Neuer whacks it downfield. Headed away by Brooks. Heading forward and away. Here's Casteels as we tick into the last 10 minutes of the game. Long ball downfield. Pavard heads it away. Here's Brooks to Otavio. Here's Javier Schlager. Tries the ball down the line. It hits the face of Pavard and goes out of play for a throw into Wolfsburg. We'll have 9 minutes to try and muster up some sort of response and get an equaliser in this game. Can they do it? I don't see why not. They've threatened when they've gone forward. Now they come against a lovely pass from Lacroix to Brekalo, and Baba in a lot of space on the right. Whips one into the back stick. It's not a good cross towards the far post, and Vegos was running near post. Poor delivery from Kevin and Baba there. Goes out of play for a goal kick. Brekalo gets away from Davies, but Davies' pace is second to none and ends up winning the ball back. Oh, Kimmich's ball was off the head of, I think, Bialek, and headed away. Cleared downfield by Neuer. Here's Weghorst. Hernandez does really well there. It's a free kick against I think Brekalo, foul on Thomas Muller. It's a ball off to Ruslan. Ruslan's got a lot of space. Ruslan takes the shot and it's wide. I mean, he's a left back by trade, not a natural finisher. It's a very, very poor attempt at a pass, to be a shot, to be fair. Didn't catch it all. Went right across the face of the goal. Oliver Glasner, hands on his head. If that'll back you, that goes in. going to be a goal kick then back for Manuel Neuer. It's a foul by Mbabu on Thomas Muller back there. There's Muller. Tried the first time past to Sané on the left, but it's cleared away by, I think it was Breckler back there. There's the crowd. Otavio. It's a good touch and keeps the ball. Tries one over the top to Weghorst, headed away by Boateng. Here's Alaba. To Davis. Davis races past Mbabu, but Mbabu's keeping up with him well. Still Davis though, past him, and Mbabu takes him down. That's a yellow for Kevin Mbabu. Just couldn't keep up with him. Alphonso Davies, as we get into the last 5 minutes of Bayern Munich, got a dangerous free kick on the left-hand side of the penalty area now. Now Sané's come off for Martinez. And Kimmich is going to be able to try and whip this one in. Ball in, and it was a touch by Muller, and it just goes wide. I mean, Muller's claiming for the corner. Ball downfield, Weghorst tries to flick it back into the middle. It's cleared away. Here's Alaba. Offside against Weghorst, though. Ball downfield by Neuer, head away by Brooks. Roussillon picks it up. Good defending by Pavard, though. 2 minutes left on the clock. Clear downfield by Otavio. Picked up by Pavard for the throw-in. And with a minute and a half left, it's looking like a mighty task for Wolfsburg, depending on that amount of added time as well. But it's not really been that many stoppages. Could that be a handball? Nah. Foul by Choupo-Moting. Wolfsburg, now the sense of urgency that we were talking about needs to kick in now. They've been quite slow ever since they got 3-2, probably waiting at the opportunity had come, maybe a little bit too patient. And now with only a minute left, they've got to try and get something from this game. And here's Roussillon. Wins a throw-in off Muller.
Otavio's actually conceded the throw, and it was Otavio, the man in question. It's come back off him and gone out of play for a throw. Here's Schlager. Went straight from the middle of two men. Nobody put a foot out, but Rousson picks the ball up. Ball forward to Vegas. Good defending by Hernandez. It's going to be a foul by Vegas on Hernandez. Right, the man with the board's about to put the all-important number up of 5. And I have no idea where 5 added minutes has come from. But Brooks to Schlager. Kingsley Coleman picks the ball up, but ball rolls over to Davis. Still Davis. Been fantastic today to Coleman. Here's Kimmich. Here's Javi Martinez. Alaba. Really good crossing. Coleman flicks a header towards the goal. It's caught by Casteels. There's Maxence Lacroix trying to have a long ball downfield. It's a good pass to Brekalo. Brekalo, nobody with him. Kicks it down the line. Boateng's going to pass that back to Neuer easily, and Neuer's going to take a couple of touches on the ball and find Kimmich. Back out to Boateng. Takes it past 2. Still going. Collides with his man. It's a free kick given to Bayern Munich for the foul on Boateng by Brekalo. There's Alaba. Choupo-Moting takes it away from Mon and shoots. And it goes wide. High and wide by Choupo-Moting. There's Ruslan. Brekalo, Schlager. Gerhardt. The ball couldn't find Mbabu or Brekalo. And Davies blasts out a play for a throw-in on the opposite side. Into the last 2 minutes of the 5 added on. Wolfsburg still searching for that goal. Here's Choupo-Moting. Kimmich now. And Barbie brings it away. Good defending back there by Hernandez, though. And both men have collided. I'm not really sure what the referee's given. Hernandez is down holding his ankle. And I don't really think Mbabu did anything wrong.
Well, the referee's taking his time with this, so I'm not really sure why, because it's quite straightforward what's happened. But it's 4-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Hannes Wolf's made it 4. They are absolutely shitting all over Frankfurt. And their new manager, the current Frankfurt boss, is getting absolutely destroyed by his next employers. The game's over in Union. 2-1 they've won against Stuttgart. Augsburg having ended 0-0. And we're 20 seconds away from the 5 minutes added time being up. Probably going to have another minute or so added on. Well, Hernandez is going to have to be helped off by the physios. I think Nianzu is going to come on anyway for the last minute or so of the game. Well, Barbi's back on his feet. It's going to be a throw into Wolfsburg, down on the right-hand side. We are into the 6th minute of the 5 added on. I think we're probably going to get another minute or 2, probably. And Babu goes long downfield. It's headed away easily by Muller back there. It was Javi Martinez back there, actually. Otavio races past Muller. And does whip across it. It's a really good ball in. Javi Martinez nodded away. Here's Babu. Brekalo. And Babu tries to flick it through for Gerhardt. Manuel Neuer picks that up. Neuer out to Pavard on the right. Full-time whistle. Probably going to go any second now. Choupo-Moting just that one down for Muller. Here's Kimmich over to Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman round and Babu with ease. Ball across, goes for everybody. Cleared away. And here's Brekalo. Long ball downfield is going to be easily cut out by Martinez back there. It's going to be picked up by Schlager. Cleared out by Alaba. Here's the crowd to Otavio. Tries the ball cross fields. Brekalo. Weghorst. And Babu. Brekalo. That's it. And it is full time. It is Wolfsburg 2. Bayern Munich 3. A very, very entertaining game to watch for me. I really enjoyed that game. One of the best watch-alongs I've probably done this year. It's been a very, very entertaining game between two sides that thoroughly deserve to be where they are in the table. Wolfsburg came into the game. Of course, they started off a little bit slowly. Those two early mistakes from Colin Casteels put them on the back burner. 2-0 down within probably 15 or so minutes. 2 goals from Jamal Musiala. It was a goal from Jamal Musiala and the goal from Choupo-Moting. And then Ruud Weghorst put Wolfsburg back into the game with a late goal in the first half, of course. Really good goal by Ruud Weghorst. Curled it in first time. And then Jamal Musiala instantly replied for Bayern Munich to make it 3-1 going into half-time. Bayern Munich then survived the second half scare early on when Max Phillips scored to make it 3-2. But ultimately, Bayern Munich get a massive 3 points in their race to become Bundesliga champions again. And I mean, with Leipzig dropping points yesterday, it is a big, big 3 points for Bayern Munich. But that has been all from me today, lads. We'll run through the watch-along advert again, and then I will sign off. So thank you very much for joining me. We'll have the watch-along advert now, and then we will get out of here. So coming up on the Sports Corner YouTube channel, we have the MLS Live watch-along, the debut of them. Orlando City versus Atlanta City, 7:55 tonight with Mr. KL. I'm sure he'll be buzzing with Gladbach's win. Then tomorrow, Josh is up bright and early as always for Rotherham United versus Birmingham City. And later on, Rowan is back with F1 Live Watch Along. Emilia Romagna, hope I've pronounced that right. The Grand Prix Live with Rowan at 3 o'clock. And then MLS returns again tomorrow night, 7:55, same time as tonight, for Inter Miami versus LA Galaxy, Higuain versus Hernandez. And then Monday night, the return of the Premier League darts, night 6 with Josh, 7:10. Everyone loves the darts, so make sure you're there. That's been it from me, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. We watched an absolute classic, and I hope we see you later on tonight for the MLS. Thank you very much, and goodbye.